The Big Show with Night and Day. Get a hell of a caffeine fix from your local Night and Day.
Don't fight it. It's time to go up a size.
This is the biggest.
This is the biggest.
Our biggest show.
The Hodaki Big Show with Jason Hoyt, Mike Minogue and Keyzie.
Oh, g'day, you mad bastards. Great to have your company this Thursday afternoon, the 11th of April, 2024. And you, my friends, are listening to The Big Show, brought to you by Night and Day. And Mogi, your Randy Stallion, how's life?
Going pretty grouse. Thanks, you mad dog, you sick son of a bee. I'm wearing my new cool outfits.
Yeah.
From now on, I wear sort of these fluffy tops with sponsors' names on them.
It's
and
called
collars.
a polar fleece.
Polar
Yeah,
fleece.
fleece.
Polar fleece, that's
A
what I call.
fleece.
And it's got a zip up the front.
I tell you what, actually, on that front, Mogi, I'm stoked to be getting back into my hoodies.
Your weird hoodies.
My little weird hoodies.
So am I.
Over the autumn and winter.
I prefer summer, but I prefer the clothes of winter.
Yes.
That's just me. That's
Yeah.
just me, Keyzie. I don't know what it is,
I
brother.
think stylishly that's where I'm at my best. But anyway, Keyzie, big night last night, was it?
So good to have you back, Jase, man. Nah, it was a quiet night, actually.
Oh, was it?
I'm actually
Was it?
feeling
Well,
great.
By
good.
your standards.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, by my standards, quiet night.
Sure.
But no, it's good to have you back there, fella. And
I mean, you can elaborate a bit more if you want to.
on why it's good to have you back.
Yeah,
well,
yeah.
I miss your dirty hat. I miss your weird hoodie. I miss pretty much everything about you, actually.
Hey, but this isn't a weird hoodie, though, is it?
You forgot about his massive honker.
This is acceptable, this hoodie.
Well, I had your one here, so I wasn't too worried.
Well,
It's
all
weird.
of your hoodies are weird, man.
Are they?
The reason that's weird is it's because it looks like someone's got a whole lot of micro cloths and just sewn those together into a weird hoodie.
And the way they bunch, it just shows off your turkey neck.
Okay. Well, no, look, I mean, I can't see myself. You guys have to look at me every day. So if you're saying I'm wearing a weird hoodie, I'm wearing a weird hoodie.
Yeah.
I'm not going to argue with you. Hey, now listen, big show ahead, don't we, fellas? Your chance to win some cash.
That's right, Wage Against the Machine coming up within the next 30.
I had a hell of a time down in Tauranga yesterday.
I had a hell of a sleep last night.
Yeah,
We've got a hurrah of a competition after 5. Another chance to get in the draw to join us in Brizzy.
Oh, yeah, so good. All that and more. Text us 3483 or give us a call on 0800 Hodaki. Where are you listening to the show and what are you wearing? In the meantime, here's System of a Down.
The Hodaki Big Show podcast.
Big there on the radio. Hodaki Big Show this Thursday afternoon, 11 minutes past 4 o'clock. Anything of note there, Keyzie on 3483?
Just a lot of people texting where they are around the country, what they've been up to, etc.
Yeah, great stuff.
Do you want me to read one?
No, I can't
Okay.
really be bothered with it. To be honest with you, fellas, it's good to be back. I was down in Tauranga yesterday, and now what I'm about to say next may offend some people, Mogi.
Oh, yeah.
And I apologise in advance. I hate Tauranga.
That is highly offensive to me.
I hate it with a passion.
Sure.
And if I have to go back there, I'm not going back there.
Yeah.
I'm over it.
Sure.
Are we clear now? Now,
But-
I don't mean to offend the people of that area. It is an abomination.
Sure. Now, is that as a result of the things that you're doing there? The amount of time you're spending there? Or it seems to me you spend more time driving to and from there than you do actually spend in the town. So I guess my question is, do you hate the travel more than you hate the place?
Both.
Yeah.
But mostly I hate the place.
Right, what is it about my hometown where all of my family live?
Does it just remind you of Keyzie? Like you're trying to get away and yet Keyzie's everywhere.
Everything.
That you have to be more
you have to-
specific.
yeah, it's going to... Yeah.
What don't you like about it?
It's a traffic nightmare.
Yeah, so is Auckland.
There's nothing there.
What?
It's just a hole in the middle of the earth, as far as I'm concerned.
It is a
Right.
beautiful
But anyway-
seaside retreat.
Well, if you go to the Mount, which is massively overpopulated and God, it does my head in as well. But anyway,
No, keep going. I'm loving this chat.
so anyway, I'm driving back with my wife in the car yesterday.
My car?
after we had to do the various things that we had to do,
my wife.
and in the back of my head, I've got Keyzie's voice.
Oh, yeah.
Nasally.
Nasally.
Nasally. Guys. Jase, Jase.
Yeah, because that's my voice.
That's unreal.
'cause,
I
you know-
don't know you could do a Keyzie as good as that.
Old Keyzie goes back and forth all the time, don't you, Keyzie?
Yeah,
And he
man.
said, so what route do you go? And I said, blah, blah, blah. And he said, no, Hoodie J.
I said, no, it's the wrong way.
No. He said, you've got to go the Mata way. And I went,
Is that what I said, Jase?
yes, that's
Or
exactly
is
what you said.
Because he's going to Papamoa, right?
Can I say that what I thought you said was that you go the Kaimais or something?
That's the
right?
Mata way, so that's
Okay.
fine. So, but I said, look at your freaking Google Maps. It'll show you which way is the fastest. He doesn't do that. He gets his map out, he unfolds it, the atlas, and it's just a whole performance. He gets lost every time.
What
It's my
happened,
fault.
Woody?
So
Okay.
I'm driving. It's pissing with rain. I take the wrong turn off.
Were you Mr.
See?
Were you Mr. McGowan?
I was effing and jeffing like you
Yeah.
would not believe,
I sort of
Mogi.
imagine you. It's dark. It's raining. You're hunched over the steering wheel, peering out.
Yes,
Yes.
it's fogging up.
Yeah.
My wife is going, bloody keys. So anyway, we get to Mata and we're starving. And we go, let's just get some food. We see 3 burger joints there. One of them's really occupied. We go, that must be the good one. So we order 2 toasted sandwiches.
From a burger joint, toasted sandwiches.
So my wife goes cheese and pineapple. I go cheese, ham, and tomato. We wait 25 minutes. We go, obviously it's very popular. It'll be worth it. Get back in the car. It's pissing with rain. Off we drive. The first toasty is cheese and mushroom.
Never
the
heard of that.
second toasty is cheese and onion. So Hoodie J starts effing and jeffing again, but I can't be asked going back.
When the toasties were the wrong flavours, did that bug you at all?
No?
It's been bugging me.
Then I'm driving over the Kaimais, and the entire way, this massive New Zealand post truck is right up my ass.
'Cause you're going 70K.
I was going 110 and it was raining.
That's
That's
illegal.
dangerous.
Because I had a massive truck up my ass.
A what?
And Koshi, my wife.
My wife.
My wife was once again just effing and jeffing about Keyzie.
Yeah.
I can barely see because I'm, my milky eyes. It was a nightmare. I'm not going back ever again.
Okay, so that's fair enough. I mean, you're going to diss my hometown because it was raining, there was a truck up your ass, and you got bad toasties from Mata. That's totally sweet.
And
Yeah, that makes
Tauranga
sense.
sucks. Who's with me on this, New Zealand? 3483. Who's with me? Oh, tune.
The Hodaki Big Show. Weekdays at 4 on Radio Hodaki.
Yes, indeed. The Cure there on the Radio Hodaki Big Show this Thursday afternoon, 24 minutes past 4 o'clock.
We're discussing my hometown of Tauranga. Jase, you spent the entire day there yesterday, and every time you go there, you come back and you say about how it's one of the worst places in New Zealand.
Yes, I hate it.
You do hate it. You've asked for text on 3483. Does New Zealand agree with you? Someone here, I just pulled over to say, F you, Jase. Tauranga, the land of the long white backbone.
Oh.
Oh, okay.
That's what it roughly translates to. Tauranga takes dumps on Auckland all day.
Well, this is the thing, because heaps of people from Auckland have moved down there, and I asked myself the question, why?
Yes.
Yeah. Jase probably couldn't even see the beach at the Mount with his milky eyes. But having said that, a lot of people were in support. I'm with Hoity J. Tauranga is just Beach Hamilton,
Yep.
and that's from Matt in Wellington.
I like that.
No,
Yeah, that's very good.
That's not true at all. That's not true at all. As a Tauranga, what is it? If I'm
Resident.
Resident. Well, I don't
Yeah.
live there. They don't reside there.
Yes.
That's where I'm from,
Well,
though.
why would you? It
Deserter.
sucks.
Yeah.
I'm with you, Hoity J. Tauranga is the bumhole of the country.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Jeez.
good on you, mate, backbone. I just want to clarify, the people there are lovely, but I just don't get out of the car there because, it sucks.
But you live deep in West Auckland.
Yeah, totally, man, where true backbones live.
Yeah, I live in West Auckland as well.
Yes.
But, comparing that, I'd be the same driving through your neck of the woods.
Mogi, what do you think of the place?
It's fine. It just depends what you're doing there, I think. I certainly don't hate it. I will never, ever make a point of going there unless I have to,
Yeah.
because I just can't stand that drive. It's probably the most boring drive.
Oh, the
country.
the Mata one's terrible. You're just driving straight line for ages.
Well,
The
either
one
drive.
you, the one
Either
you said
drive.
that I should take.
The faster one, yes, that's
Yeah,
correct. James.
either way, it's a
the other way's beautiful.
it's a very boring drive. I've driven both ways, and I consider both of them to be boring.
What drive do you consider excellent, though?
Just one that I'm not counting the kilometres.
So none of
Do you know
them.
what I mean? So, yeah, but I find that one pretty much, most of them, down to Taupō's all right, over to the Hawke's Bay's all right. I find it a boring drive. Yeah.
I just don't know why you would move to Tauranga and what you do there.
Well, because it's actually, I feel like you would enjoy it there because it's most of the people that are there are very much of your ilk,
Yeah.
if you know what I mean.
Surfers, hotties.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, this is the other thing, because
Kneeboarders.
you fellas know that I love my kneeboarding and stuff, and no one knows the surf like Hoodie J. It's just,
That's true.
Even the Mount, I go, yeah, okay, pretty. Oh, give me a hardcore West Auckland beach anytime, man, or a hardcore West Coast beach. None of this glittering blue, all white sand with people posing around the place.
To be fair, the Mount,
Thousands of people, I might add.
as someone who grew up in the area and used to go to the Mount every weekend, when I go back now, I don't go near the Mount. It's ridiculously packed.
Yeah, so
it's like
gets it.
it's a
Yeah.
place now where a cruise ship will come in and they'll flood it, and you can't get to park anywhere. You can't even go to the beach. You've got to park a mile away.
Oh,
You mean
maybe
it
it is
sucks?
cool.
It
Yeah.
does suck. Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm with you, Jase.
Yeah, thanks, man.
No, I was just joking. Wage Against the Machine on the way next. There, fellas.
The Hodaki Big Show podcast.
Do what they told you. Do what they told you. Do what they told you. Do what they told you.
It's time to wage against the machine.
Winning in the game of.
Are you going to laugh at that every single day?
Yes, indeed, New Zealand, your chance to win cash. Matt from Nelson, you mad bastard. How's life?
Yeah, g'day boys, how are you?
Yeah, good, thanks, mate. What do you do for a crust, Matt?
Branch manager for Placemakers, second grade.
Backbone.
Massive
backbone.
Massive backbone. Now, I'll tell you, today's hourly rate is $80 an hour, Matt, okay?
Beautiful.
Yeah, now, do you know how the game goes?
Yeah.
Yeah, we'll count down the hours, and you need to say stop very clearly when you want us to stop the countdown.
All right.
Good stuff, Matt. Also, just before we start, it's all thanks to our mates at Super Liquor. So once you win the cash,
Cheers
if you
to
do
that.
win, you have to say cheers to that. And also, I'm going to need a nice, loud, clear stop in order to stop the machine, all right? You ready to go?
Yeah, no pressure.
Good luck, Matt.
Here we go.
Welcome to the machine.
1 hour. 2 hours. 3 hours.
Stop.
Whoa.
Way nice.
$240.
Yeah, a number in my head that I was going for, but yeah, that's good.
Good.
Okay, well, I'll
Thank
tell
you
you
very
what.
much, Super Liquor.
Yeah, no worries, mate. I'll tell you what we're going to do, Matt. We're going to see how far it went, okay? You all right with that?
Yeah, go for it.
Here we go.
We'll see what you could have won.
4 hours. 5 hours. 6 hours. 7 hours.
I'll take the 240 all day long.
Yeah, good on you,
not
mate.
Bad,
Good on you.
mate. Not
$240.
bad.
Brilliant. Thanks, boys.
No
on you,
worries, mate. You stay on the line, and our good
Yeah,
mate
cheers.
Pugsan in Studio
Thank
B
you.
will look after you. Hey, how did that go yesterday, fellas?
What's
Guy
that?
won 450 grand.
Oh, yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
Because
What was the hourly rate?
a grand
A grand.
and 450 hours went by. It was crazy.
so-
That is
Yeah.
insane.
and,
Yeah.
then, and then at the end of it, he was all like, oh, cheers to that.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, you would be, wouldn't you?
Oh, yeah.
You'd be headed straight to the Super Liquor, wouldn't you?
Yeah,
Yeah. Apparently, he was going to see his boss and tell him to
Shove
the
it.
job with
Yeah, with the
Sunday
Sunday
Shine.
Shine. Yeah, well, you would, wouldn't you?
Yeah. Of course you would. You'd be mad not to.
Apparently, he's
Bloody
taken the money and bought a house down in Tauranga.
Idiot.
The Hodaki Big Show podcast.
Oh, Oasis there on the radio, Hodaki, Big Keyzie. You're cruising for a bruising, man.
Sorry, Jase, man. That was an accident. That's my
Yeah,
bad.
man.
At least you got that right.
Hey, we've got a special new segment, don't we?
Do-
Keyzie, can you play the Sting, man?
It's Sleep Chat with Jason Mike.
Is that new, is it?
Yeah,
Pretty sure that's the voice of our old producer from 3 years ago.
pretty sure.
Who was that?
Sharks?
Oh.
Anyway, sleep chat.
Oh, great.
Hey, so I got woken up this morning. My daughter came into the room to wake us up to tell us that it was about 3 o'clock in the morning. She came in to tell us that she wasn't tucked in tightly enough into her bed.
Man, fair enough.
Yeah, good.
So
Love that.
that's just sort of started where she likes being tucked in, like really firmly tucked in.
I'm the same.
And of course, the course of the night, that'll change, won't it? So then she comes in and gets us to go in there and sort it out. Anyway, I found it hard to go to sleep after that because I thought I was dying of a heart attack. I don't know if you have that, Jase, but it seems to me that what's happening to me is as I'm getting older, I assume anything that's going on is life-threatening. So I'm lying there and I'm thinking to myself, is this a heart attack? Because what I'd done was I just started thinking about some stuff that's going on in my life.
Sure.
And then straight away I couldn't go back to sleep. So I'm just trying to solve that.
Yes.
Which is it never works. I've
No.
never solved a thing while I'm lying there and then going, oh, sweet, go back to sleep. Never. So anyway, I'm lying there, I'm thinking, oh, this might be a heart attack. I think so. Then I'm thinking to myself, nah, it's not a heart attack because a heart attack is the pain shoots down your left arm.
Yes.
That's the always thing I always check, Keyzie. You won't
Right.
know that, so you keep an eye on that. And then I was thinking to myself, hang on a minute. Doesn't it start with tightness in the chest? I'm pretty sure I've got tightness in the chest going on right now. And so I was just sort of mulling that over
As you do.
for a couple of hours until I finally drifted off back to sleep. And I just wondered, because you're almost as old as me,
Yes.
I just wondered if you have a similar experience.
I'll be honest with you, Mogi. From about 30 to 40, I went through that all the time. I was afflicted by it. But I've reached an age now where I simply don't care.
Right. You're actually praying for death, probably.
I've reached a point now where I go, oh, I think I'm having a heart attack. Bring it.
Really?
Yeah.
Far out.
Because it's like, if this is happening, I'm not going to sit here and fret about it. I've fretted enough in my life.
But you're 43.
If it's happening, it's happening.
Yeah.
I'm not going to worry about it. If it's happening, then I'll just deal with it while it's happening.
43, I'd get it if you're in your mid-50s or something, but 43, that's
Even
pretty
your
young.
early 50s would be likely.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It is a weird one. I think all of my relatives, especially the women, they've all lived until their 80s or 90s.
Sure.
My father died when he was 57, and he
Yes.
died of a heart attack.
Right.
But he was hanging off the darts all the way through,
Yes.
and he was a bit of a unit as well.
Sure.
So it feels like I should be pretty safe.
Yeah.
But then I also think, oh, you never know, though.
Can I just retract what I just said about bring it, re a heart attack?
I think it's too late.
Because of the fact that I've said that now, I'm having a bit of an anxiety attack that it may just happen to me because I said it and
Yeah.
brought it into existence.
Well, that's how
right.
it works.
So can I retract that? Pugs in Studio B, can you remove that from the highlights package today, please? That was never said by Hoodie J.
Yeah. Are you feeling a bit of tightness in your chest, man?
Yeah, my arm's feeling a bit woozy too.
Your arm is woozy. What?
The Hodaki Big Show. Weekdays at 4 on Radio Hodaki.
Garbage there on the Radio Hodaki Big Show this Thursday afternoon. Now, coming up after 5 o'clock, all three of us here in the studio have major concerns about one of the Big Show crew.
Yeah.
We need to address that after 5 o'clock.
Yeah.
Keysie's in a hell of a mood because his wife is spending more time at home now, ruining his daily routine in the morning of just not getting out of bed.
I had concerns about this.
Yeah.
And also a chance to get in the draw for the old Brizzy Magic Round trip.
yeah.
Yeah.
So worth sticking around. Also, after 6, relationship advice is back.
Oh, yeah.
So if you have any questions around your
Relationship
relationship,
chat.
chat, yeah, that's right. Text through on 3483.
I feel like we could just concentrate on your relationship the entire segment.
Oh, I
Keezy.
reckon, yeah.
Your wife rang me last night.
No, she didn't. All right, that's coming up after 5. Bye.
The Hodaki Big Show podcast. Catch them weekdays from 4 on Radio Hodaki.
Welcome back, you massive backbones. Hope your Thursday afternoon's going along tickety-boo. You're listening to The Big Show.
And day.
Night and day, yeah. I tell you what, Mogi,
Yeah.
you've been talking about it a lot, this weather bomb coming our way,
I know.
mate. I've
Yeah.
got concerns.
Yeah.
Where's it hitting us exactly?
This is actually breaking news.
Oh, is it?
This is breaking news.
Yeah, weather bomb's coming, and it's coming hard, and it's coming fast. Anytime in the next 10 days, I reckon, either on the west coast or the east coast of either the North or the South Island.
Seems like a pretty loose.
And it's going to
timeline.
rain quite a lot, or not as much as we thought, but preparation is key.
Yes.
I'd start prepping now. And what do you do when you're preparation? Sleeping bag, Keyzie?
Yes, lights, batteries.
Lights, batteries, action.
Sandbags in front of your garage.
Sandbags,
Yeah.
Tins of sardines.
Sure, there's better stuff, but
Yeah,
So
yeah.
at any point during the next 10 days, it might or might not happen.
That's what I've been told.
Right.
Well, I tell you what, I'm looking out the studio windows here in Auckland City. She's moody and tumultuous.
It's getting quite dark.
And as always, and I always do it through my nipples, I can tell that there's going to be a weather event. So I'm picking
are
like
they
it's going
full
to be
mast
sooner
at the
than later.
moment? Because you've got a couple of 2 inches there. Are they full mast? Or are they just sort of...
They're semi. Can I put it that way?
No, you can't.
I have semi-nipples at the moment, which tells me that it's not far away. Now, listen, coming up, us fellas here in the studio have deep concerns about one of the Big Show members, and we'll be
that's
chatting
right.
about that
I
next.
forgot about that.
Yeah, it's not good.
Oh, God.
It's not good.
Red Hot Chili Peppers.
The Hodaki Big Show. Weekdays at 4 on Radio Hodaki.
Guns. Roses there on the Radio Hodaki Big Show. This gloomy, windy, wet and miserable Thursday evening
In Auckland.
in Auckland City.
It's 17 minutes past 5. Hey, fellas, this is something I've been wanting to bring up for the last few days, but we've been pretty busy. Sunday, I went to Pug San's house.
Oh, yeah.
Helped them with a few jobs, went and had a bit of a burger together and stuff. It was really nice. It was cool to see you, sort of the den, the bachelor den he's set up there. He's got a real nice setup going. One thing did worry me, though, and I'm just wondering if I could bring it up with you guys.
The box of Joey's.
No, it wasn't the giant box of rubber joeys.
Right.
It was huge, though, because you'd warned me about that. It was... So we were working on this mountain bike he's got, right? We both got quite greasy and blah, 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 blah. Pug San,
What were you wearing?
Okay.
just regular stuff.
Oh, yeah.
yeah.
Is it tight in that?
No, quite loose fitting, actually. But Pug San felt like he was so dirty and greasy that he had to go take a shower.
Oh, yeah.
Now we're talking.
That's...
And that was fine. So he's like, hey, man, I'll jump in the shower.
Was it F-I-N-E fine?
Yeah, it was F-I-N-E fine. Yeah, it was. So anyway, he goes and has a shower, right? And I'm just chilling on his couch. And he's like...
Did he tell you to get comfortable? He was just going to go and have a shower?
He
and
did
be
say.
back, and he'd be back in a minute?
He said, go get comfortable. I'll be back soon. I'm just going to have a shower and then we can head out. And I was like, sweet as, man. So I'm sitting on his couch just watching TV. 10
you
minutes
get
later... Yeah, I was comfortable.
Yeah.
And did you?
10 minutes later, he comes out because he's like, oh, bought a new bottle of shampoo, but I left it on the kitchen bench. And I was like, oh, yeah, it's right there. So he comes out with the towel on, grabs it. As he's walking
Was he
back
wet
in,
and stuff?
yes, he was wet and stuff. As he's heading back into the bathroom, I notice on his back is a full-size, hand-done tattoo of a tiger covering his entire back.
Wow.
The other thing, I don't know if you've noticed this, he's missing a pinky. Have you noticed that? On his hand?
No, I can't say that I ever have, Keyzie.
He does.
No.
One of his fingers is missing, and I
Wow.
asked him about it, and he wouldn't say why.
No.
Anyway, just before we leave, pretty shifty character comes to the door, knocks on the door, says something to Pug San. I couldn't catch it. And I was like, oh, who's that? He's like, don't worry about it, man. Anyway, should we go? And then we headed out.
Right.
Over the last few days, I've been putting two and two together. I think Pug San is part of the Yakuza.
What was the last thing that happened?
What?
The last thing that happened.
Oh, a random guy came up to the door and was talking to Pug San in like sort of hushed tones.
Well,
That could have been just his dealer.
It could have been, but then I asked. I was like, oh, what was that about? You know, was that your dealer type situation? He was like, don't worry about it.
Yeah, don't worry about
So-
it. You have got a... You're nosy, though.
You can talk.
But you're worried about... You think so?
yeah, so you're saying he's part of the Yakuza?
I think he might be part of the Japanese Yakuza crime mafia is what I'm thinking. Just
Right,
the
okay.
tattoo and stuff. I looked it up. Apparently the tiger means courage or strength. And it was his entire back.
It's interesting because I was giving him a bit of jip the other day, Keyzie.
Bad idea.
And he was already in a hoo of a mood, but I just sort of, give him a bit of a poke. And he said, you might need to think about what you're saying to me, Hoodie J.
Really?
You might want to think about retracting that. And I went, whatever, dude.
Did
He's hoo of a mood. And he just bowed. And I was like, what's that about?
Did he bow?
He bowed at me.
That's
and
weird.
just looked at me in a really weird sort of way.
Really? So I think so. What do you think?
I haven't noticed the pinky, to be honest.
No, he's missing a pinky. Apparently, I looked it up. Apparently, that's what you do if you've somehow messed something up and you're in the Yakuza. You cut your pinky off as like a sign of I stuffed up. So I don't know what he did, but it explains why he's here in New Zealand as well.
Had he used any of the
Wasn't he
jellies?
born in Palmerston North?
Yeah, he was. It was pretty much empty, that box. Which is a huge box as well, so it was pretty crazy. Just something that I was worried about, fellas. So just might want to...
Well, that explains why it's good for us because it's a bit of extra protection.
Well, exactly.
And just like he likes the extra protection of all those rubber joeys.
The Hodaki Big Show podcast.
Oh, yes, indeed. The Cranberries there on the radio. Hodaki Big Show this Thursday evening. The time is bang on 5:30. Yellows.
Well, you know us here at the Hodaki Big Show, we're big on the fundraising, man. We're big on giving back to the community.
Totes.
We do it all the time. And this one here caught my eye. This is a fella there called Josh Coleman. He is probably the definition of a backbone from Greymouth there on the west coast of the South Island. At the age of 23, was one of the fastest runners in New Zealand, and then quickly that all changed. He was diagnosed with acute myeloid leukemia not once but twice. The diagnosis took him on a 10-year battle of deep depression, an allogenic stem cell transplant, being put into a coma, developing graft versus host disease, multiple complications, treatment overseas in Australia for 5 years, all while experiencing multiple heart attacks, often back to back to back. 10 years on, he survived this diagnosis and is now alive, strong, healthy and happy. He joins the show now. How you going, Josh?
Fellas, how are we? Going well.
Bloody grouse,
Jeez,
man.
that's a hell of a story there, Josh.
Well, Josh, I came across you. You were on the Between Two Beers podcast, and if people don't listen to that, they need to start. And so that got me through your stories, about a 2-hour chat on there, just unbelievable. And now I'm in the process of reading your book, The Wind at My Back, which people can get a hold of wherever they grab books. But your sort of thing, man, is now you're sort of you're giving back.
Yeah, mate. Yeah, I'm giving back to a special place that's close to my heart called Ranui House. Ranui House is a bit like, if you look at it, Ronald McDonald House, but it's for everybody, from kids to adults in any condition. You don't have to have specifically cancer like myself. So I stayed 474 nights there, and it's a place very close to my heart, and I just want to give back as much as I can to a place that helps so many families.
What's the story with it with funding, man? Is it the sort of thing that gets a bit of government cash, or is it predominantly from private donors?
Majority from private donors, so it's backed on private donors, so it needs as much money as it can. It's currently building a new facility, so it's the reason they're in fundraising mode.
So, yeah, Ranui House is a home away from home, providing accommodation and connection to families with loved ones going through long-term treatments or long-term admissions in Christchurch Hospital. And that's a big thing, right? You sort of think about the patient that's going through the issue, but you don't think about the fact that they have to up sticks. They could be from anywhere in the country and move somewhere else, and then the family's got to be there to support. You need this sort of thing around. It helps with the treatment.
Helps with the treatment, helps with financial costs. To put it into perspective, it saves families about $2,300 a night if they're uplifting their lives from another place to go to Christchurch, if they had to stay in a motel with food and parking and things like that. So it saves a lot of things. It's a bit like what Keyzie was talking about before, those joeys. It provides that extra bit of protection, mate.
Damn it, Josh. I'm really annoyed that you're listening.
Yeah, you're absolutely right. And last year you did a fundraiser as well, man. What was the guts with that one?
Yeah, mate, that was the old West Coast whitebait. He jumped in the ice bath for about 21 minutes to do an unofficial ice bath record and raise a bit of money for Ranui House. So it was a great day. 4 degrees in Christchurch. The theme was cold, and there was nothing in between the two legs in the middle. The wife was looking for something.
And what was the guts? So you raised over 100K, didn't you?
Yeah, we did. It was amazing. We had the backing of the New Zealand public, and they got on board, and it was just absolutely incredible to receive that amount of money for an awesome fundraiser.
And this time you're just trying to raise a measly, in comparison, $5,000 to support Bone Marrow Cancer Trust, which provides a direction. And how are you doing that?
Yeah, I am competing 10 kilometres at the Christchurch Marathon next week, next Sunday, on the 21st of April. So I haven't run probably 10K in about 14 years, so training's been tough.
Yeah, well, I admire you. I've never run 10K in my life. We were talking about that the other week, but it's a hell of a thing to do. Given what your body has gone through, I don't think it's going to be without its pain and challenges. This run.
No. I mean, training's been for me, but on the day I'll be running for the people that obviously are not here with us today that I met. A lot of families don't have their loved ones at home, and the fact that I've got 2 legs, I'm doing something with them, so it's a privilege to be able to run. So I'll be running for the people on the day that I spent a lot of time with.
Well, Josh, good on you, mate. Sounds like an amazing course. What do people do to get involved with that?
You can go on to the Christchurch Marathon homepage. You can click on the link, Run for Ranui, and then you can see my name, Josh Coman. Click on that, and you can make as much donations as you like.
Bloody ripper, Josh. And if you struggle to remember that, just Google Run for Ranui, and then you'll see Josh Coman there.
And also we're going to put a link up on the Hauraki Big Show, and I'll have it on my Instagram page as well. We'll try and raise as much money as we can for a hell of a cause.
Beautiful, boys. Hey, thanks for getting in touch, and keep breathing, eh?
Good on you, brother.
Mate.
You massive
Backbone.
Jeez.
The Hauraki Big Show, weekdays at 4 on Radio Hauraki.
Here they come. Try time!
Holy cow, the Warriors. Oh, yeah.
Up the Warriors, baby!
It's the Big Show in Brizzy for the NRL Magic Round.
Is there anyone out there?
Let's go to the phones.
Yes, indeed. Let's go to the phones, indeed. Scotty from Orewa. How are you, you mad bastard?
Yeah, good, mate.
Yeah, good. Hey, tell me, is it quieter in Orewa now that with all the motorway action?
Yeah, just straight through. Now it's just old people in restaurants on the main road.
Yeah, good stuff, Scotty. What do you do for a crust, mate?
Bit of this, bit of that.
Yeah, good on you.
I like that.
Yeah,
Backbone.
yeah. And you love your rugby league, Scotty.
Yeah, mate.
Good on you, mate.
Keyzie right now, I'm watching the father-in-law fix my car for me.
Yeah,
Oh,
good
on
stuff.
you.
Good on you,
Total
Scotty.
backbone,
Yeah, boy.
Scotty. Well, I'll tell you what, mate. You stay on the line and our good mate Puxan in Studio B will sort you out. Hamish, you mad bastard. How's life?
Yeah, pretty good. How you going, Horty Jay?
Yeah, good, thanks, mate. What do you do for a crust, Hamish?
I'm a student.
Backbone, what are you studying?
Commerce.
Oh, commerce.
yeah,
Yeah.
Wise.
Bloody commercials, eh, man?
Wise, Hamish. Who would you take with you if you won?
What's that?
Who would you take with you if you won?
Probably my brother.
Yeah, good on you, mate. That's backbone shit.
Puxan, give him 2 ticks, please. Stay on the line, Hamish, and you're in the draw, mate. Good luck.
Thank you.
That's where you
Good
do
on
it.
Dave from beautiful Tauranga. How's life?
Pretty good, thanks, Horty Jay. How are you?
Yeah, good, thanks, mate. What do you do for a crust?
I'm an insurance broker.
Backbone.
Yeah,
Huge.
massive. Who would you take, Dave?
I think I'd have to take the missus, but she is a Broncos fan. If that's
Oh, God.
Yeah, no, it's okay.
That's great, though.
No, that's good. I want all sorts.
I wish my wife was a Broncos fan.
No, I
No,
Yeah.
my
I
wife.
did enjoy, someone texted in earlier saying that Tauranga is beat Hamilton, and I have to agree.
Good stuff. Hey, Dave, good luck, mate. You're in the draw. Puxan will sort you out, all right?
Thanks, mate.
Good. Yeah, backbone, mate. There you go. Now, coming after 6 o'clock, what's on the TV with Mike Minogue? Also, relationship advice with the Fields.
Yeah, relationship advice. Keep those texts coming on 3483. A big reminder, this draw we are giving away, it is you and a mate joining the Big Show in Brisbane. You get free flights, accommodation, insurance, transfers, and silver matchday tickets to Magic Round in the NRL, which is completely sold out now. This is the only way to get on board. You can also
Is it?
buy your way onto the trip
Right.
for $2,800 per person. Just hit up boystrip.co.nz.
Yeah,
Sweet.
special little treat there as well for Hauraki Big Show listeners, am I right?
That's right. If you use promo code BACKBONE when you buy your spot on the trip, they'll upgrade your match tickets.
From silver to gold.
Beautiful, mate.
The Hodaki Big Show podcast. Catch them weekdays from 4 on Radio Hodaki.
Welcome back, you massive backbones. Hope your Thursday's going along very nicely. You're listening to The Big Show, brought to you by Night and Day.
Sorry.
Go again. So Keysie's pushing in, man.
Yeah,
It
yeah.
goes you, then
Sorry.
it goes me.
No,
And
mate.
it's just, this is
Okay,
a
ready?
choir. We've got to do, okay, off
Are
we
we
go.
ready?
Yeah.
Brought to you by Night
And Day.
Thank you.
Beautiful.
Mind you, you're a bit out of tune there,
Yeah,
Keyzie.
Mogi.
Hey. And the podcast outro today, we were doing laundry chat.
It was a laundry special, so if you're into your laundering, money or clothing, we covered it all.
And we found out how massively anal Mogi is.
Yeah.
Yeah, very anal, actually.
Yeah, I love it.
Really surprising stuff.
Here's a clip,
Whereas
actually.
what Jase does is wears the same T-shirt all day and then wears it to bed.
And then
like
sleeps
an
in it.
absolute animal.
Yeah, so gross. Anyway, here's a clip of the laundry special. This is about Jace's filthy cap.
First thing I do in the morning is put my hat on.
And go, oh, thank God I can't see that anymore.
Is there a reason why you don't wash it, though? I understand wearing it,
Oh,
but I
it
don't
has been.
understand.
It has been washed.
Yeah, when was that?
About 5 days ago.
That is a f***ing lie.
Can I take that home tonight and I will wash it?
5 days ago, I promise you.
What
I
did you
washed
wash it in?
in a sink. Oh, Mogi having a go at Hoodie Jay's hat.
Oh, no, to be fair, Keyzie came out with a pretty good one out of the gate. The first thing I do is put my cap on and think to myself, thank God I can't see that.
Sorry, that laundry special is worth listening to. actually.
I still don't get that. Can't see what.
Well, you put
Your hair.
the first thing you do is you put your hat on and you think you're grateful because now you can't see your cap because
Oh,
you're
right.
wearing it.
Yes, okay.
Yeah.
Very good, Keyzie.
Thanks, mate.
Well-
hey,
well done,
If you
man.
want to listen to the laundry special, it's out tonight at 7:30 along with highlights of the Big Show. Just search Hodaki Big Show and get your pods from.
It's pretty fascinating. People
Oh.
go about their things very differently, their laundry very differently, we
do.
found out.
Very
Hey,
interesting.
coming up next, relationship advice with the fellas.
The Hodaki Big Show podcast.
Soundgarden there on the radio. Hodaki Big Show. Now, we're bringing back an old favourite every Thursday after 6 o'clock, and it's this.
I love you so much.
We need to talk.
I'm going out with the boys. Hey, babe, have we got anything on this weekend?
Relationship advice with Jason, Mike, and Keyzie.
Oh, and Keyzie.
Mind you don't really usually
Yeah,
read
do.
them.
You read out
Hey.
the questions.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, one could argue that I do the bulk of the work.
Oh, you do the heavy lifting.
Yeah, man.
Bringing that nose in every day.
Yeah. Today.
I'm just like so tired that I've just got nothing. Good one. Good one. Here's a question from. Here's a question from.
Oh, God.
See, this is him doing the heavy lifting.
Struggling.
This is a question from Tim Burr.
Oh, Tim
Oh,
Burton.
yes. Sounds
G'day,
familiar.
fellas. How long should you be together before sleeping in separate beds?
Oh, great question.
It is a good question. And a few of my mates actually sleep in separate beds.
Yeah, I mean, you can start doing it straight away. Oftentimes, that's the way a lot of one-night stands end up. You have a one-night stand, and you both go home, and you never see each other again. Have you found that?
Yeah.
What we do in our house is we have a lovemaking bed
Yeah.
and then,
Sex swing.
well, the sex swing, yeah, and then go and have separate sleeps.
Right.
Yeah.
I don't think it's ever too soon to have separate beds.
No.
And it keeps the relationship alive, I think, because it's
Totally.
like you're sleeping with a flatmate or not sleeping with a flatmate.
When you think about it, separate beds is kind of how it probably should be. It's kind of weird that you share the soft thing that you both are unconscious on next to each other. It's quite weird.
Well, I mean, it's very animalistic and basic, the need for warmth and the
Yeah, but we're not
the
living in a
feeling of
cave.
a naked buttock nestled in against your douche.
Face.
So there you go there, Tim. I hope that helps you out. Here's a good question from Brad.
Oh, Brad Pitt.
Yeah, it is.
Oh, hell.
G'day, fellas. How
Yeah, that's him.
do I get out of doing the dishes?
The
Cheers.
dishes.
Yeah.
Well, you don't. Just look at Mogi's example. He goes home every night and does the dishes as soon as he finishes work.
I've found myself in a situation where the first thing I do in the morning is I get up I make the kid breakfast, I feed the dog, I put on the coffee.
Who, Tinker?
And I empty the dishwasher. That's my ritual every single day.
Very similar to mine, Monkey.
Yeah. And then
Very
I come
similar.
home and I clean up. Generally, I mean, there's a little bit of give and take there, but that's sort of what it
Yeah.
is. Love the dishes. You got to enjoy doing the dishes.
Yeah, and it's when people say the dishes, they generally mean loading the dishwasher.
Yeah, dropping a load in. Here's a question from Edward.
Oh, Edward Scissorhands.
It is, actually.
Oh, God.
He says, "G'day, fellas.
Yeah, that's him.
My missus hasn't worked for 7 or so years. She's been getting
Is this Keyzie's missus?
She's been getting a master's in art and design.
Oh, God.
What a waste of money.
Move out.
Move out, break it off.
Yeah,
That
totally.
is an albatross around your neck. So when she finally graduates and gets a job at the warehouse,
With a full-blown loan.
it's going to take a while to pay back that debt.
You'll never get,
A master's is...
time to move on.
Yeah, so there you go,
God.
Edward. Tell Mrs. Scissorhands to get out of it. G'day, fellas. This is
Is
from...
that Edward Scissorhands again?
Sorry, I was reading the same one again. That's
Oh.
my bad. I'll read this one here from Chris.
Oh, yep.
This one's from Chris.
Oh, yeah, Chris Christopherson.
That's the one. G'day, fellas.
Oh, that's him.
I don't have a relationship, and yet Keyzie has a wife and a mistress. What's his secret?
Oh, yeah, what is your secret?
Well, I don't have a mistress.
You have
Well,
a
not anymore.
fiance.
No, I don't have.
You have a fiance, a wife, and you just got rid of your miss. Well, she got rid of you.
Yeah.
Because she found out about the wife and the fiance.
Yeah, the mistress found out about my wife and my fiance at once
Yes.
and dumped me.
Oh, God.
All I'd say is, look, it's a bit like Icarus.
You either got it or you ain't.
You don't want to fly too close to the sun anyway.
That's true.
So just find a good woman or man and just settle right down.
Yeah.
Or not.
Or not.
Don't settle at all. Just go on a shagging fest.
Yeah.
You go on a shagging fest because that's a thing.
For some reason, I'm looking at Pugsan and Studio B and thinking of his big box of Joey's.
Yeah.
Empty box.
Oh, yeah, you're saying it's nearly empty.
It's pretty much empty. It
Was there 500 in there?
There's 500 in there last week.
Yeah. It was 1,000 bucks.
Yeah. I was
It was 1,000.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Were
because
they-
the pug special down at night.
Day.
The Hodaki Big Show. Weekdays at 4 on Radio Hodaki.
Chemical Brothers there on the radio. Hodaki Big Show this Thursday evening. Now, fellas, I'm looking outside. She's windy, she's cold, she's dark. I'm looking forward to getting home tonight and tucking up on the couch there with my Ugg boots on and watching a bit of quality television. So let's get into this. What's on the telly with Mike Minogue?
Really good. That's good stuff right there. I was saying last night, Jase, you wouldn't have known about this, but I started watching your show,
Ripley?
Ripley, on Netflix here, and I'm going to just go over it again for you. I don't understand why it's in black and white. You've got these incredible locations, and it's in black and white.
Yeah, fair point.
That is annoying me.
Yes.
And I don't know what the purpose is. It's all right, but I've only done one ep.
Sure.
You know, so
But what do you think of his performance?
it's fine. It's
Yeah,
nothing, it's
yeah.
not. I always judge things on whether I could do it, and I'm not that impressed because I think I could do what he's doing at the moment, which is not very much.
Right, okay.
He's not doing very much, is he?
as an actor.
That's what I like about it.
Yeah,
but
that's right.
it's very subtle, his performance. Very subtle,
It is.
Keyzie. Actually, you should watch it because, you know, as your agent, I'm trying to get your work. Just the subtleties of performance. You don't have to have wacky moustaches and backwards caps and stuff and be massively over the top to get attention.
I'm not over the top.
Keyzie
I'm not.
Keyzie looked shocked when you said wacky moustache.
What's like? That's not me trying to get a role or anything.
It's just a wacky moustache.
What about his freak show moustache?
Hang on a minute.
And
Why
yours?
are you talking about me? Beautiful moustache,
It's
by
lush.
the way.
Wacky.
It's lush as their moogie.
Look at it upstaging over there.
For me, as you know, fellas, as previously talked about in the show, I was busy effing and jeffing last night on the
Yeah.
way home in the dark and rain.
So you didn't watch anything?
I got home and my wife and I sat on the couch and just stared blankly at the wall.
My wife.
Shat on the couch.
And then after about 20 minutes of that, I said to her, "We turn in, eh, darling?" She went, "Yeah, let's do that."
What time did you get home?
Oh, 10.
Yeah, fair enough. Do you want to know what I watched? I actually don't even know why I asked that. Second episode of Mr. Bates versus the Post Office on TVNZ Plus.
Oh, yes.
A lot. So the first one was a bit like, small village rallying up against the big fella and the big corporations. This one a lot more dark. You saw a lot more of the impact of what had happened.
Oh God!
And it's I'm hooked now, and I have eyes to the front. Hoodie J, are you serious? And you, Mogi. And so now I definitely want to watch the third episode tonight.
Oh yeah,
because I have to get closure on the whole thing.
Okay.
Yeah.
So
well,
really
let us know how it goes.
Recommend it. TVNZ Plus.
I'll give it a little tutu tonight, Keyzie.
All right. Well, my advice is when you're watching it, have your eyes facing the front. And not out the window there. Jesus.
The Hodaki Big Show Podcast.
Sublime there on the radio, Hodaki Big Show this Thursday evening. Now, listen, there's a lot of sporting stuff coming up, and the ACC, as always, are over it like a rash. So make sure that you tune into the commentaries over the next couple of days. What are we looking at there, Keyzie?
Well, they're both on Saturday.
Oh, right, okay.
Big Saturday night of sport. You've got back-to-back games, one of each code. Starts with Waz taking on Manly. That is at 4:55.
You'll be looking forward to that, man.
Massively.
Yeah.
You must be as well.
I am looking forward to it, but it's nice to get back to home the microphone for you, Keyzie.
I love doing it.
Oh, why not?
Oh.
Have you been given the arse
No,
again?
I haven't been given the arse.
Have you been cut again, Keyzie?
With some relatively unknown National Treasure comedians want to do it, Di Henwood and Ben Hurley. So I was like, fine, just cut me. Don't even worry about it.
Keyzie, just on that front, something's just occurred to me.
What is it?
You know that contractually as your agent, any work you do on the television, I get a cut of.
On the television?
Yes.
The television.
So anything you do on television or broadcast, I get a cut of.
Yeah, that's right.
Incidentally, just on that front too, we'll need to have a little chat about your radio contract.
Ooh.
Because that is also covered over with regards to the agency.
I was advised not to get an agent involved with my radio contract.
Yeah, well, that's by the by.
But this is getting close to reality now.
Yeah, so you're not doing the commentary then.
Di Henwood and Ben Hurley are doing it live from Go Hard Media Stadium, aka the Fruit Bowl. That is at 5 o'clock, but commentary starts at 4:55. Remember, all commentaries are on Sky Sport 9. Then straight after that, at 7, McConey and Grim Reaper Lane. They are commentating the Canes taking on the Chiefs live from the Cake Tin. So back to back.
That's a good game right there. Top of the table Hurricanes.
Have you watched
Chiefs
any
off
rugby,
a good
Mogi?
game last week. I've watched
bits and pieces.
Yeah.
I've kind of been enjoying it, actually.
I watched a game between the Hurricanes and maybe, I can't quite remember who it was, but it was kicking, a lot of punting back and forth, and I actually had two screens running. I was watching the league on one, and I was watching the rugger on the other. And yeah, I think it was probably a bad game for me to watch because I've heard the rugby's been really good this year.
It has, actually. It has been enjoyable.
Yeah.
Super.
By the way, the sporting events this weekend are all coming up thanks to Deliver Easy. Listen to the ACC and you can score yourself free food thanks to the cheferie.
Deliver Keyzie.
No. Yeah, Deliver Keyzie.
The Hodaki Big Show Podcast.
Well, there you go, you mad bastards. That's your Thursday night show done and dusted. My personal hump day Thursdays. Looking forward to tomorrow's show with the Friday Throbber, of course. Yeah. Your plans for the night, Mogi?
I'll probably go home and clean the pool. Then I'll clean the fridge out. I'll do the dishes for everyone that's eaten in the house. But they would have eaten all the dinner. There'll be nothing left for me, so I'll do that. But a little bit of vacuuming.
But don't you have your robot?
Oh, yeah, I do, but I don't trust the robot.
Yeah.
It doesn't get right into the corners there. Got to do some mopping as well.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. And then that'll probably do me. I'll go to bed.
Yeah, have a nice deep
bed about
restful
7:15.
sleep. Yeah. Excellent stuff. What about you, Keyzie?
Yeah,
what are your plans?
Keyzie,
what are you
man?
doing, Keyzie? What are your plans,
g'day,
man?
fellas. Having dins. We're going to reheat last night's dins because we had too much.
Oh, no.
And I was
I'm thinking Klingon.
And I was like, look, let's not have it for lunch and then throw any leftovers away or whatever. Let's have it for dinner another night.
You're putting your foot down again and setting the rules about how things are going to be.
It's about not wasting food, Mike.
Yeah.
Because I know you're massively in favour of that, but I hate it. So
yeah.
We decided to do that, and then
did you both decide to do it, or just you decided?
Just me, and then my wife agreed.
Can I ask what you had for dinner last night?
It was a chicken thigh, pork mince and couscous salad, a tray bake thing with like roasted onions and kumara and stuff like that.
Oh,
That was
wow.
disgusting.
Did you just rip one out then,
Oh my
Keyzie?
God.
I
my
slightly
God.
burped.
That was an
Quietly.
absolutely horrendous mouth fart.
That was not a mouth fart. I did not rip one out.
You rip one out of your mouth.
So that's what I'll be doing. I'll go home and
Ooh,
rip
that is
another one out.
reeking.
Yeah. Okay. You going to ask me what I'm doing?
Nah, we're out of time, man.
Oh, you sure you fellas don't want to know what I'm doing?
What are you
or-
up to, Jase?
Oh, look, I'll probably go home,
Oh, God. Can you just tell me what exactly you're up to
put
tonight?
my house shoes on. Oh, actually, I want to put my gym shoes. I'll get my gym gear on, go down to the gym,
All
pump
right.
some weight.
Thanks for listening,
come
New Zealand.
home
Thanks for
and
listening. We'll see you tomorrow at 4. Love you. Bye.
have some protein and stuff.